I was just saying like I'm gonna bring you in. But yeah, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Zero, and today I have an interview. I am talking to the reigning woman today. So I'll start off just ask you, uh, you know, tell people a little bit about who you are, and we'll start from there.
A little bit about who I am. Okay, well, Rain and Woman basically is an everyday woman. Just, I'm not your average woman. I'm not like a usual woman because I don't consider myself to do usual things, like I'm very much more into self time, and I am an ambivert, so that's someone that can go out when they need to and socialize with others when they need to or by choice, but prefer to be by themselves, very much introverted. So, because of that, I really don't do a lot of things that would be considered popular. I set my own trends. I literally march to the beat of my own drum. Or shall I say, I dance to the beat of my own drum. Um, I am a homemaker, and so taking care of things of the home and my family, my elders, is primary to me more than anything. And so I put my home and I put my family first, and then everything else goes around that. Um, well, my family is next to the Most High because I am very much connected to my Creator. I believe very strongly in relating to the universe and relating to the Most High. Let's see. Um, I love business, I love learning about business and business opportunities. So you can consider me a business enthusiast. I love nature. I love finances. I love learning about different things about money and potential things to help grow money and just take things to a different level. Let's see what else. I'll do poetry, spoken word. I'll do some creative writing, and what else? What else? What else? What else? I like things very simple. I consider myself to live a simple life with exquisite and luxurious opportunities and events. I am a minimalist. I don't believe in harboring a lot of things. Um, I like to splurge once in a while, but I am very frugal with money. And I love a good bargain sale. And let's see. Okay, well, what else you want to know?
Okay, since you mentioned that you were a business enthusiast, I was wondering what sort of things are you interested in as far as business?
Consulting, marketing, development, and social media strategies. And I also am very big at looking at different opportunities as far as network marketing and things like that, and investment opportunities. Anything that I think that would be good for other people to know and that can help add to different people's streams of income. I believe very much in having a plan B to your income. I believe in having more than one income. And I believe very much also in keeping and having an open mind when it comes to financial opportunities. And it can be challenging sometimes to think like that, because as much as people desire abundance and financial freedom, a lot of times the discipline and the sacrifice that it takes to take advantage of opportunities is a little bit different. But I believe in encouraging people to be action takers. You want to manage your risk, but you don't want to be afraid to take any risk. And sometimes you have to be willing to lose and got to be willing to fail in order to grow.
Okay, so what are some of the influences in your life that made you who you are?
Whew, okay. Well, when it comes to being a woman, my first influence with that and my primary influence with that would be my mother and my grandparents and my elders around me. And when it comes to my writing, that would be people like Prince, Janet Jackson, Slick Rick, like various artists, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Missy Elliott, various artists have Maya Angelou, Nika Giovanni, Langston Hughes, various artists and various writers have been influential with me as a writer. And then let's see, and when it comes to business and when it comes to speaking, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Les Brown, Lisa Nichols have been my major influences. And then when it comes to my spiritual influences, Haile Selassie, Mother Teresa, mm, my own grandparents, once again, spiritual mothers and spiritual mothers, my godmother up in Tucson, Arizona, has been a great spiritual influence, and different people of the past historically that follow biblical and scriptural principles.
Okay, so you say you did like poetry and spoken word. Have you ever done them at a public spot where they would hold these in your city?
Absolutely, yes. As a matter of fact, I started reading some of my work in Arizona, which is my second home. And then I went from being someone to just write poetry and write regular poetry, which is not to be taken lightly, but writing regular poetry to being someone to actually perform and writing spoken word. So when I relocated back to Houston a few months after was coming here and learning about some spots, I began to hit the scene. And after within a year, I had become a paid poet.
Oh wow, you still a paid poet
Yes, I
or
am still a paid poet. I occasionally would do an open mic event, but I also get paid to perform.
okay? I was always kind of curious about this. How does someone become a paid poet? Do you like have to put in like certain years, or do you have to know the right people, or do you have to go to the right spots, or is it a mixture of the three?
It comes with being consistent. It comes with being a master of your craft, and it comes with growing your audience. And so when people really get to know you and they get familiar with your work and they like the way things you have to offer and everything like that, then that opens the doors for you. So there at one point there were only a few people that I would do paying performing events for, because I had become very select about what I would do and who I perform for. And my poetry name had already gotten out there pretty much enough for me to feel comfortable.
Oh, my bad. Thanks. You sure? Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hit the wrong button. Yeah, keep going. My bad.
So basically that is it. After being out here consistently, and supporting different venues, getting your name out there and getting my name out there, mingling with other poets and supporting other poets. That's something else, is being supportive of other people without trying to get anything from it.
Right.
And not being, and even being afraid to speak, but doing it anyway, and being true to the craft. When you can speak about things and it's authentic, and being authentic is very important to me. So when you can speak about things and be authentic, even if it's not your experience, but it is an experience, and people connect with that, that's what makes people actually more willing to support you when you start, putting a dollar sign by your name. A lot of times people want to have you, if they can, they will have you come and perform for free, different places, like churches.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
church.
Yeah. I know how big they are not paying nobody. They pay the musicians, but everybody else is like, yeah, you gotta give us something that's free.
Exactly. And like other organizations, sometimes like even nightclubs. If you let them, they will always have you come, and perform for free. But I make it very clear that if you asked me to perform for you, then you're familiar with my work already. So you have selected me, and unless the spirit moves me, this does not come without a price tag.
Yeah, heard that. So,
But I've
so
had people to, hi Sheila E. I've had people to tell me that my work has inspired them to live or experience something different in their life. And that too helps, because and the way that I mingle with my audience. Because when I go to perform anywhere, I'm in a venue, one of the first things that I want to do, even if people don't even know who I am, is I'm going to make the audience feel comfortable. And I talk to even new artists or somebody that's new to sharing things from their book. I help people to be comfortable with just being in the whole atmosphere. And occasionally I'll give a disclaimer because I also do some pretty sensual and some pretty erotic work. And just out of me showing respect for people and with my disclaimer before I do something like that, helps people to also get comfortable with me and respect me as an artist because I respect them.
okay. So so now we get to your channel. I always know you do like a whole like inspiration and gratitude thing, like in the daytime. Like, what inspired that?
Wow. What inspired that was just one day just feeling like it's so much negativity and knowing that it's so much negativity. And I was just really present to all of the negativity in the world, the negativity on social media, the negativity in the environment. It was like a real sense. My senses were heightened on the negativity around me and the different elements. And among all the negativity and even among turmoil that I had going on personally in my life, because there was so much surrounding tragic events that I still needed to be connected with my gratitude. I needed to be connected with being grateful to the Most High in the midst of my trouble, in the midst of my sorrow. So to be a little bit more distinct with that, a little bit more detail is I was grieving my mother very strongly still. I have a brother that I had been in and out the hospital with. I had other losses of family members, a cousin, um, a few more of my elders, and getting ill, and some elders just getting ill, taking on more responsibilities. My whole life literally was just like changed, like it seemed overnight. And then along with all of that, along with other responsibilities that I've taken on, um, having to just really change other things, change my whole lifestyle, change my way of being, my way of doing, because like I said, things were turned upside down for me. And while all this is going on, in the midst of all of this, there's, a lot of things going on politically that's got people upset. There's a lot of things going on with my people, the black community, so to speak, in black society as a whole. And then also with different things going on, in the financial world, and just all of it's like a whole bunch of chaos that my spirit and my mind was just really present to. And for me, I was like, you know what? There's just no way that with all of this going on, and life is a journey in of itself, but there's no way with all this going on that I'm gonna be able to make it without staying grateful and without expressing that gratitude. And at the same time, I know that it's not just me. Excuse me, I know that it's not just me. So let me help bring this to other people. Let's all connect with being grateful, and let's be inspired with that gratitude. Let's be inspired, by that. I'm really huge, really, really big on personal development. So I was already going to be reading other books to help with that. And I had this book, Zig Ziglar, Stand Up in a Down World, that I had not touched in a long time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this book as a way to help keep me up and keep others up, because that's exactly what's happening. This is a down world. I don't know. It was a down world when Zig Ziglar wrote that book. It was a down world when I bought the book, and I bought the book years after it was written. And it's a down world now. So I just wanted to be a part of encouraging others and how to stay up, and the importance of that, and how it has to be intentional. And it was definitely intentional for myself.
Okay, so besides like the gratitude and all that, what's your channel mainly about?
My channel mainly is about being a woman, an everyday woman, operating and embracing her feminine energy, and using that feminine energy to navigate powerfully through life, being responsible for our choices, not being afraid at all to take on life and the challenges, and not being afraid at all. I mean, in fact, being fearless about being a woman, being connected to the universe, being in tune with all of who I am spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and being okay with it all in self-improvement for myself, for the universe, and everyone around me.
Okay, so yeah, and I was wondering like what you consider like to be your greatest challenge in life?
My greatest challenge in life. Hmm. My greatest challenge in life. That's a good question. My greatest challenge? My greatest challenge
Hmm,
in life? My greatest challenge in life. Hmm. I would say, my greatest challenge in life is wanting more for people than what they want for themselves,
okay,
and trying not to, and not forcing what I see they can have and they can be, because I see it, versus where they are and what they want and what they need. That would be the biggest challenge, because, and I know I'm not alone in this, but so many times I know that I want more for people, for some people, than what they want for themselves currently. And me seeing their potential or the potential of what's available to them, all the possibilities, when they're not in a place of accepting that, um, because it hurts sometimes to see people living beneath their potential or being, having a way of being that is beneath their potential, that it hurts on the inside. And so then I have to focus and be reminded of the serenity prayer of it, of being willing and having the courage to change the things that I can, accept what I cannot, and know the difference between the two.
Okay. So you mentioned, your spiritual interest and all that. Does it just range from like biblical, or does it extend further?
It extends further because while it is primarily biblically based, I also read other texts, and I also connect with other spiritual readings, like from Gandhi, some Buddhism. So, and the universe, just connecting directly with the universe. So it all plays a role. Also, understanding and being in tune with the time of my birth, the and the meaning of that, my sign, the chakras, just so many different elements that I am in alignment with, but I am primarily biblical based.
Okay. Uh, I was wondering, like, do you have a poem that would you like to poem or spoken word piece that you like to speak on if you don't if you want to, or if you
Something I can share?
yeah.
Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me go get it, okay?
Okay. Well, all right. Keep talking till random woman comes back, and if any of y'all have questions, put it in the chat, and I will ask her. If not, then after you get through this piece, I will end the stream. And she is really scrambling. Yes, I appreciate the three people that are watching for being patient.
So, this is a selection titled The Greatest Gift.
Okay.
And that's definitely what I want to leave people with. So, the greatest gift.
Okay.
The greatest gift you can give anyone is love, because love will uplift the brokenhearted. It could cheer up the downtrodden and give a sense of belonging to the outcast. Yet, the greatest gift most often is the most difficult thing to give. You see, when you love someone, it gives way for vulnerability and gives space for pain and disappointments. Sometimes there is nothing to compare to loving someone that hurts you and or disappoints you. But if you can get past the pain, forgive the disappointments, you could live to experience the joy of giving and receiving the greatest gift you can give anyone, love.
All right. Uh, so you have any last words for in the stream?
Yes, I would like to thank you for this opportunity, Zero Kelvin. It is very humbling and inspiring, and I'm just really grateful for this. Allow me to share who I am with your audience and more with you. Thank you.
No problem. Well, this will be it for today's conversation with Zero. I don't think I have anybody planned for tomorrow, so this probably be it for this week. So I appreciate everybody that came through. Sheila E and crew. Appreciate y'all coming through, and I'll see you guys later.